What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. Recently I have seen these videos circulating on YouTube and it's basically people responding to assumptions about themselves, and it's actually really interesting to see what other people think about you. So I decided to do the same thing. I posted a question. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that I asked the question, basically what are your assumptions about me? So I got some pretty good responses. In this video today, we're going to find out if I do wear whitey-tidies. Does my mom think I'm gay? Was I in a fraternity in undergrad? So let's get into it. The first one says, you always knew what you wanted to do for a career. You look young, that's why I say that. So no, that's not necessarily true. When I started my freshman year of undergrad, I had no clue what I wanted to do. I still remember my first semester of school was like the worst semester of my whole life. So I was just like fresh into undergrad from high school, obviously, living 3.5 hours away, and I only knew a couple of my buddies that moved to this school with me, but I started off in some like computer programming classes of all things. So I'm trying to learn how to code in, I think, C++. I don't know what it was, but it was horrible. So my first semester of school, I started out undeclared. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I eventually made some different decisions. I transferred schools. Things started to fall in place for me, honestly, and that's when I decided that I wanted to be a PA. This honestly leads in well into the next question, and it says, becoming a PA was a last minute / hard decision for you. So kind of last minute, yes, for the reasons I just explained. Hard decision, so I first thought I wanted to do like physical therapy whenever I finally majored in exercise science, or chose to major in exercise science. The hardest decision was trying to distinguish if I wanted to do PT or PA. My brother is actually a physician assistant himself, so he made that decision a little bit easier for me. So once I decided that it was medicine that I wanted to go into, I shadowed him a few times and realized that physician assistant was the right career for me. Tidy whities for sure. Maybe like when I was 6. You want to go into emergency medicine or ortho? So close, so yes, I do want to go into ortho. Emergency medicine would probably be second or third, honestly. I really did like my emergency medicine rotation. I thought it was really cool, very fast paced. I liked the patient cases. I liked what came through the door. It was just something different with every patient. So that was really cool, but I am still leaning ortho. You succeed in a majority of the things you set out to do. I mean, I feel like I've been successful in my choices so far, but that doesn't mean I am perfect in any way. Like I said, my undergrad started out really rocky. I had no idea what I wanted to do. But I feel like my hard work has gotten me to where I am. Everything I do, I try to work as hard as I can at it. So I feel like that's where my success comes from. It is not because I'm like this gifted student or anything. It's just that I have to work really hard for things because they don't come really easily to me as far as like textbook knowledge and retaining information. When I was little, my mom would help me with my homework, and reading comprehension was the absolute worst, and I still struggle with it. I can read a paragraph in a book and it's literally like I didn't read it at all. It just goes straight through my head. So no, I'm not super successful at everything I do. I just work hard. I feel like you're such a nice and easy guy to talk to. Definitely would be one of my good friends in PA school. So I feel like I'm a pretty kind person, and I think I'm easy to talk to. I don't know, I can be awkward at times. I don't know what to say. I put myself in weird situations, but I agree. I think we'd be friends. You come from a rich family. My family is well off. I wouldn't say that we're rich. So my parents did not go to college. My dad, take that back, he went to 1 semester at a community college and then never went back. He started his own business that he still runs up until this day. It's a small family-owned pest control company. He's been at it for 50 years now. He really taught me the value of hard work, and honestly, he's led by example my whole life. I spent many years in high school working with him, 12-hour days in the middle of July in the Southern Illinois humidity and heat. It's literally like 110 degrees in the shade, so not the easiest days to work through, especially when you're working outside all day and you're doing pest control like stuff, walking around the house with a heavy sprayer. So I wouldn't say we're rich, but I would say that we're well off, and it's because of how hard my dad has worked his whole life, and my mom too. My mom was or is a huge supporter of mine, and without either of my parents, I wouldn't be where I am today. You were in a fraternity in undergrad. No, I was never in a fraternity. I did live in a house with four other guys. One guy moved into the basement for a semester. So we actually had 5 guys in the house at one time. So it felt like a fraternity. On the weekends, our house was the house to be at. Like, we threw all the best parties. I don't really know how I kept my grades up like I did hanging out with those guys, but somehow I managed to survive. But no, I was never in a fraternity. I was never a big fan of them. I really respect all of the philanthropy. I really like that fraternities and sororities like to give back and they have charity, so that's really awesome, but it just really wasn't the life for me, so never was in a fraternity. Does your mom know you're gay? Your favorite UK player is Reed Travis. So I do like Reed a lot. He's a good player. I do really like Tyler Hero though too. The kid can ball. He's got some good defense, and I really like PJ Washington. I respect that he stayed an extra year to develop himself before going to the NBA, so I don't think I really have a favorite player. There's a few that I do really like though. You did amazing on your undergrad and on the GRE. So in undergrad, I did do pretty good. My GPA was around 3.9, but again, that's not because I'm super smart. I'm not a genius. I have to work that much harder, and I know that about myself, so that's why I put in a lot of hard work. And I actually did really bad on the GRE, I think so. I got a 298. I didn't even get a 300, which is the average. So my GRE score didn't help my application at all. It didn't really kill me, but it did prevent me from applying to those schools that required at least a 300, so whatever. The last one says great dog dad, so yeah, I'll agree with that, and I will second that. You want a treat? Good boy. So that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun answering those. So if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to my channel. I would really, really appreciate it, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.